All right, it's not often that we have the President of the United States on the same page with his nemesis, John Kasich, the outgoing governor of Ohio, but they're both mutually ticked off at General Motors and these announced job cuts that are disproportionately coming to states like Ohio and, by the way, to Michigan, 15,000 of them over the next few weeks. Jonathan Hoenig says trade is the reason, and nothing more, nothing less. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, Neil, this is really frustrating. I mean, there's that expectation that because the United States bailed out General Motors and, Donald Trump, for better or for worse, was for those bailouts, they somehow owe the American worker. Reminds me of that old saying, he who writes the checks makes the rules. GM is trying to conduct its business, like any other business, make money. So that's the real dangerous precedent that's been set now. And I think what worries me now moving forward, you mentioned potentially some hard times coming ahead. I mean, the bailouts are still haunting us now. And General Motors is the best example why. But
did they prematurely put the blame on the trade stuff? I mean, or just making lousy stuff? I mean, the Volt and some other cars that were of questionable consumer appeal.
Well, I mean, this is a self-inflicted wound by the president, by our own government. GM has said, Neil, that the tariffs have cost them $1 billion, $1 billion. That is just GM. I mean, Ford told the president themselves, the Ford management, that the U.S. has the highest cost steel in the nation. That's because of tariffs. And, Neil, I mean, the market is, mixed today, but look at stocks at 52-week lows. Look where the trend is down. The steel stocks, Neil, Alcoa, AK Steel, if tariffs are helping these companies, why are they all at 52-week lows?
The president said, Jonathan, that he did have a phone conversation with Mary Barra, the chief executive over at GM, and said that he was not happy and wanting to see what she would do to either open a new plant or do something about this. What do you think she does?
Well, it's worrisome, Neil, because, you have very often, as we saw during the Obama administration, businesses trying to do its best for their shareholders, trying to make money, but influence from government. I mean, the Chevy Volt and the Chevy Cruze are the best example. Obama called the Chevy Cruze the car of the future 6 years ago. They're literally pulling the plug on it today. So, an ideal system, Neil, an ideal society, you'd have a separation between government and the economy, not President Trump or any other president try to influence companies to open plants here or manufacture widgets here. And, even today, Apple Computer or Apple Incorporated now down on threats, not because they're going to sell less iPhones, but threats from the president about more tariffs from China. This is hurting the bottom line and hurting consumers at the same time.
And I wonder if next year consumers are prepared for that. Now, a lot of this, if you want to buy an Apple laptop or something like that, now might be the time to do it ahead of this sort of stuff that could be inflicted on people next year. But already these tariffs are in full effect for shoppers who can't find a way around them.
Yeah, I mean, already, Neil, and we've seen it throughout the course of the year. Something as benign or seemingly innocuous as washing machines. That was one of the president's first tariffs on imported washing machine. Those prices are up across the board. So we know that tariffs are destructive. They've been destructive for the companies, the very companies they were supposed to help. I mean, Ford and GM stock, Neil, their stock in the stock market, both down well over double digits over the last 52 weeks. So these taxes, and that's what tariffs are. They're taxes on Americans, help no one. And to me, it ends up essentially being a political showdown between two authoritarian leaders rather than anything to do with free trade and a free economy.
You are so going to get some Trump, tweets. But having said that, are you surprised that the Christmas and holiday sales are as strong as they are, even in areas where tariffs are in full effect?
I'm glad to see, Neil. I mean, listen, I'm not a Cassandra. I'm not a hater on the economy. I'm glad to see that Black Friday was, I believe, the strongest ever. Same thing with Black Friday and same thing with Cyber Monday. People are out there shopping. What worries me, and I have to say it, is the price action we saw in the stock market over the week of Thanksgiving. Neil, that was the worst week for stocks in 80 years, the worst Thanksgiving week for stocks in 80 years. So I'm looking at things, for example, like high yield and corporate bonds ticking down rather sharply. I feel as if, despite the fact the consumer is bullish, the market is forecasting, I don't know whether it's a recession, a credit crisis, or whatever, but I fear the market is forecasting tougher times moving ahead into 2019.
Yikes. All right, we'll see. We'll pick this up in another conversation, my friend. Jonathan, always good catching up with you.
Be well.